Where's my hoodie? Michael, don't put this on again, please. Very protective over it. Dun, dun, dun. Just let me know when you start up there, Paddy.
It's up there anyway, so it's grand.
Some people have been hearing what I'm saying. Oh,
Well,
God.
pretty much. Well, at least it wasn't anything. It could have been a lot worse, you know.
Oh, I know that. Interested to see how the lads will do, to be honest with you. When are you making your comeback, Paddy?
Look, we'll see. We'll see. We'll see when I make it. Do you know what? I've always got that question. So many times now.
You need to make your comeback, Paddy.
Look, let's see. I look for.
What were you, 5 times in a row? 4 times in a row?
5 in a row.
You need to come back and make a 6th.
Well, it wouldn't be technically in a row, but in my world, in myself, it probably would. But look,
We have not Jack coming out here first.
Yeah, that's it. We go to the championship later. This lad's going for 2 in a row, so we'll go on board with not Jack. So
Gotta try beat the record of 5, eh?
That's it. So here we go. I'll put the sound up for you, so make sure you hear the audio, the game. There you go. Bit better now for you. Bit of chance of rain, Aaron Sully saying.
Is that our weatherman, eh? Is it Sully?
So, this is obviously the first time in Tier 1. This will be our 4th time, I think. In Tier 1 we'll be around here. So, obviously different generations of games.
Yeah, I think this year is probably the toughest for most people. The whole new genre, innit?
So if not Jack on, taking a nice wide exit onto the main straight. Let's see what he's hitting at the end of the straight. Come down to turn 1 as it. He looks like he's hitting 306 kilometers an hour, roughly 190 miles per hour. Upshifts the 3rd and the 4th as quick as you can. Slightly misses the apex there, but it's okay because you can hold it here. You need to get very, very close to there on the apex. This is one of the favourite corners on the track here from myself. Just a little lift down to 6th gear, and you lump the upshift to 7th. He keeps it in 6th. Jack does. Gets that bit extra rotation.
I mean, he looks like he's feeling comfortable on this track with all the corners, keeping the correct racing line.
Yeah, and as you were saying to me there in the party, like, this is your most successful track in terms of qualifying in the League of Ireland, so what makes it sure that it just hooks up perfect for you. But Jack's going to get a nice old slipstream here to start his lap. It's after going to get a nice one here. There you go.
It's a nice solid time.
7. So here comes.
That's a great time.
That's a great time.
We have Jack here coming round up into the snake corner, and Sully and Oisín are out.
Kajoko has a 5-second grid penalty. Fanjo with a 10.9. What's Con gonna say? A former Tier 1 driver Con was. He was in his peak in F1 2020, in my opinion. Hopefully he can get back there towards it.
We have Jack here just coming into the DRS
1:11.2.
Jack up into P5 with a 1:36. Oh, he must have had a spin.
Bills are an over 10th ahead of Jack. I know it's a smaller track, but a 10th in this track can make a big difference.
That's true. I mean, I was P15 and I went two tenths up on my lap, and that put me up into the P6, P7. So, I mean, it does make a massive difference.
It's a track where I've noticed that you need to get, once you're in the qualifying, you get into a rhythm. you just get better and better and better. Jack got a slightly toe on the exit on the his, but so Mr. Ice Cold Andy could be knocking on the board. 110.5, 6-1, so he's a couple of hundreds ahead of Dills there.
He definitely has the pace, but watching him in Abu Dhabi sometimes his race awareness is just a little bit off. But that's like many of us. We live and learn. He definitely has the pace to be up there.
That's it, 100%.
Listen, we all make mistakes, but if we learn from them, it all works out in the end.
So you can get 4 runs. The good thing, sorry to interrupt, but the good thing about this game, you get your 4 sets of soft tires back.
Yeah,
so I don't know if you remember in the last game where you could only run 3 soft tire compounds.
Yeah. I think what's helping me this season is everyone's gonna rip me out of it in the comments, but last season in all my qualies and for the only quali this season that I've done where I've got P6 is this track, obviously my best qualifying in LOI, but all last season and for the start of this season until Zandvoort now, I didn't realise that you could turn the ERS deployment off on your outlap. So yeah. I was warming up my tyres with my ERS on because I'm relatively new to the F1. I only started playing it properly last season. And then I hit my best qualifying in LOI. So, I mean, if some people don't know you can turn the ERS off, you can turn it off.
Yeah. That does really help. That's 160 brake horsepower. If you're get under 10%, it's the only good benefit thing is I can do is you're only getting a bit better traction, but you're not getting that power out of that traction as well. But
yeah,
I'll go on board with SJ, IV. Yeah, so he's coming up to turn 1. He's 313 kilometers an hour. He's roughly 195 miles an hour. So he's taking it very quick. Coming up to turn 2, you want to hook the apex there, which he did. He's gone too wide. Unlike not Jack, he hugged there at turn 3. He's gone out wide, a different line. You're going to see drivers take completely different lines. There's 3 corners all the way up here. They're absolutely flat. I know 7 up here, you want to go down to 6 with not Jack did. Keep it in 6th. Like everybody is. He goes up to 7th. So everybody taking different gears. So it's going to be really interesting. Come up to turn 10 now, you just... This is you don't realise how important that corner is because you're getting all the speed all the way up to the DRS. You can get in a 10th and 10th and a half easily. You just don't realise it. Turn 11, 12, you want to get as tight as you can and get on the power early as you can. Just have to be careful at the back end. Last corner. You didn't really get the slingshot. That's all I say. You either get no slingshot or a slingshot in that last corner.
Be interesting to see what time he hits here. Fastest sector 2, and he's just into P11.
P11.
That's fastest sector 2 will obviously be beating P11. I mean, it's better than being lower. But like you said, yeah, you need that little bit of slingshot to give you that extra speed round that corner. Yeah, that corner,
it's probably the most important corner on the circuit because that's where you can only really overtake.
Yeah.
Especially it's not in real life where the DRS is at the detection zone here. In real life now, it's mad that you take the bank flat out with DRS open. What they were doing in the race on the weekend. So Collins 314, so he's the quickest I've seen.
Jack's top speed is only... Oh, Jack's car seems to be... Oh, and he's gone. He's spun.
Oh, Jack does just games, I mean. Yeah.
On that first long straight he had there, his car was revving at 175. It's like it was struggling to go up.
Colin B goes down to 7th gear there, unlike drivers that are in 6th. So I think he's hopefully gets out of the way. Hopefully doesn't intrigue anyone's lap. He has a bit of space there.
Imagine Dills are here.
Turn 10, Hoga in 4th gear, nice higher gear. The game tends to be better in a higher gear than the previous games.
Dills looking strong here on this lap. Really strong.
So what's Colin B gonna set? Can he get himself up that leaderboard where he P2 last week? Oh no, he's after spinning Sergio Perez. We go up the deals there anyway. We see how he's getting up. He's 8,000 up on his time. Takes a nice wide and he's going to get a nice launch here, but I don't know if he's really gained time. I know, because he's going to be catching back. He's missed the apex there.
He's shaped there a little bit.
But you'll have still a lot of battery down to the line. He's gone in. He's forgetting about it.
Oh.
Ice Cold Andy. He is a 10th up on his time coming in. Up sector 1. Here goes the sector 2. He's lost a bit of time. He's only 800s up on his time. Just slightly over. He might get a nice slipstream off this Alfa Romeo.
Everyone takes that curb coming into that snake corner. I completely avoid it. That's
where you gain the time. You just have to literally launch it and just hope for the best. It doesn't go. What's Ice Cold Andy going to set at 110.4? One man I want to see is Tommy. What is Tommy up to? You go on board and Tommy, he's not really that improving. Tommy's one of the strongest points is getting a good banker in. Darren O'Brien driving out his skin this season. P4 he is.
I'm just watching McLux here. That corner nicely.
Yeah, McLux seems he's inconsistent with quality this season. In Miami he had a very, very strong qualifying, like that's why he was tier 1. But interesting. See, Hogs torn 10 beautifully. Take a nice wide exit.
Fastest sector 2 here. Oh, I took that wide. We hug it here. It's a nice exit.
Yeah, it's always called. Old Andy has a 10.5 buffer. What's McLaughlin gonna set? He looks like he's gonna be in the 111.1, so he moves up. Pretty much says where he was. What's Conor gonna set? Nothing. So it looks like it's it. Lads are not really getting in the groove. Sections on an outlet.
It can be an awkward track if you don't have the right setup.
306, yeah, he's not getting any better than that. Turn 1. Nice and wide. Turn 2. Nice flick. Gets that better than his first run. Turn 3, he really slows down. 140 kph. These are 3 corners, easily flat out, there's no point saying it. Turn 7, he's going to keep it down in 6th gear. 334. He's going to keep it in 6th. The car nearly loses it. Gets nice and wide. Carry as amount of speed you can. Turn 9, you want to hug the curb. That's what you want to do. Get as nice wide as you can in higher gear, but he's in 3rd instead of 4th like some drivers. DRS wide open, as you say. Mount this curb out of it.
That noise,
yeah, that's how you do it. Coming up to turn 13. Second last corner on the track, but the last one's easily flat out. What's Jack gonna say? Championship leader. Can he get a very good qualifying? Can he get himself up to Ice Cold Andy? What is he gonna say? It looks like a 110.4.
Oh, and he's got it. Oh,
boy, 100.
Oh, 100. That is close. We got a section on a lap here.
Colin B is 2.5 tenths up, so he's going to mount himself up. He's in the 110.688, so he is in the mix. Section. He's been nowhere this season, but pre-season he was ramping up times. People were surprised how quick he was. 10.5 up, so he looks like he's going to be another man into the 110.6s.
Tell you what, all these lads are hitting purple sector 2.
Oh yeah, he's hugged turn 13 beautifully. He might even be on a 5. But the thing is, look at the ERS deployment Jules. He's running more high down for us, so 110.5. Beautiful.
Not a bad time.
Yeah, that's the only problem is when you're running, I don't know if anyone knows, but if you're running more downforce, you lose more battery power and it's harder to charge. So the likes of quality, a track like this that has been in 2020, you're always going to lose power coming to the line before a less downforce car would, because they'll have more power coming to the line.
Kajoko up into the P6 with his lap.
We've gone board on Mr. Ice Cold Andy.
With me on this track, I preferred downforce. On my setup was more downforce.
Yeah, the last time I raced here was in Tier 1, and the only benefit we all had was the PlayStation Network went down. It was the start of Season 5, and then in the next couple of, I think it was like a week or two after, I think it was actually a week, we could do a race setup. If everyone was smart about it, they could use the race setup. And I don't know if a lot of drivers are really detailed into that, but it can really make a big difference depending on what position you are. If you need to take over more wing, the overtake's easier. But it's just that downforce is the main key. He's the exact same. He's high downforce like Not Jack. He's literally 306, literally. So the two lads have literally nearly the identical setups. Just probably, I said the suspension is probably a bit different. So here we go. Mr. Ice Cold Andy. He joined Tier 1. He won on his debut.
Purple Sector 1.
Yeah, he's here. He's here to take over, Andy is. It's the Andy takeover.
There won't be an Azza takeover anytime soon, I tell you that much.
But here comes Ice Cold Andy. Now this could be his last one. What is he up? He's 2.5 tenths up on his time. This looks like it's going to be an absolute stormer lap. This could be one of his best laps in LOI. Gets a slight oversteer. Coming up to turn 13, needs to hit the apex. Gets a bit not as good as Dale's there, but he's going to take it. This could be a 10.2. This could be a 10.1. What is Mr. Ice Cold Andy going to say? A 10.2.
He got it. He got it. That was a smashing lap. Smashing.
That's mentally. That is like putting down a marker. Here, lads, all yous go on your out lap and see what yous can be. But that is an unbelievable lap.
I tell you what, Not Jack's gonna have a good bit of work to do here on this lap. He wants to get pole back.
I reckon Dale's will have a good lap since that's his banker. So where's Dale's? We're gonna go to we'll go to Dale's.
I'll sit on Not Jack here.
Alright. On board with Dale's now, coming down to the long straight. He gets nicest wide. He wants to carry the most speed he can get by the line. 300 kph by the line. He's the exact same as Ice Cold Andy in the straight line speed. Coming up to turn 2, 6th gear. Shifts down to 5th. Coming up to turn 3, down to 2nd. He gets an upshift very quick. That will gain him a half a tenth. Don't realise it. Dale's easily flat out here. 7th gear. Keep it up in 7th. Let the revs build. He's not improving on his time. And it looked so clean, it did. But just not fast. But there's still a lot of corners left on the track. Turn 9. Hold the apex. So Jack can battle Andy. But coming up now. Sector 2.
He spun. Jack spun.
Can Dilzer get pole position? Can Dilzer get his second pole position in LOI? He's only a couple of hundredths up on his time. He looks like he's too far from Mr. Ice Cold Andy unless he has 4 tenths in his last sector. Let's see what Dilzer can set. The championship protagonist getting like nose close. And then last corner, what he's going to set? He's derating. He's a 110.585. Colin B.
looked to be on for a good lap there until he spun.
Section's not really improving. What's LOI Colin B gonna do? Can he set his 4th gear round in turn 10? We'll see what he's up to. He's only at 700s up on his time. He needs a 10th. Can he get Dilzer? Get on the 2nd row. What can Colin B do? He has a lot of battery still left as it. He hasn't nailed that well. He's lost it. Look, this is where he has a bit more ERS than a lot of drivers. Look, he's 300 and kph, 110.6. He's only a slightly improved.
SJ here coming up to the finish line. No, he's gone into the pits.
When he got himself into the 7s, that's a 6 by him.
Kajoko here. Probably hit a 112. Yeah, 112. He's up into P8. What can Josh do?
That's an unbelievable lap by Mr. That's probably, as I witnessed, probably the best lap in LOI for a long time, I was saying.
Jack was nearly 2 tenths up on his lap before he spun going into that sector 2. Unlucky by Jack there, but Mr. Cole Dandy putting his stamp down, putting his name on the Zandvoort history books.
That's it. That's hopefully the race is just as good as the qualifying anyway.
It'll be interesting to see how the top 6 what strategy they'll go with.
I'm not like Tommy is unlucky like there, like I don't know, he's not, I don't know what is wrong, but a 10-9 from Tommy, like everyone knows Tommy. I think on his days at this moment he'd be the quickest probably in the country, and Jack is probably the most consistent in the country at the moment, so yeah. Doing 2 tenths on a track like that, like that's equivalent of like 3 or 4 tenths on like a proper long track. So
does Kijoko have a grid pen? Yeah, he does, so he'll drop back 5 places.
Yeah, so do you want to take us through the qualifying?
Well, we have Mr. Cole Andy on pole position, not Jack P2. Not very far off each other. Sexton P3, Dilser P4, Colin P5, SJ P6, Ryan P7, Kijoko P8 but has a 5-place grid penalty, Darren P9 and Fangio P10. That's going to hurt Kijoko a lot, that 5-place position grid. He's not going to be happy with that.
Yeah, it was an interesting qualifying. Well, do you know what I thought? Like, what? Once you get out early and you put a lap up, like the drivers would be seeing that at 10.2, they'd be like, Jesus, it would have been interesting if he done that lap while they were on a lap. It could, like, other drivers could improve, but I'm not too sure.
Yeah.
Like the Jack, that's what Jack spun. He had to go for. Well, fair play to Jack. He went for like.
I think I'm not 100% sure what happened. I'm trying to think back of what happened. I think he slightly touched the curb coming into sector 2, and his rear end just went on him.
So
I tried to avoid most curbs in this track.
Top 3 predictions into the chat. Be interesting. We'll get it right.
What would you go with, Paddy? Your top 3.
After seeing them hard tours, I'll say you can't count Andy out with a lap like that. I hope he wins it with a lap like that, because he deserves to win with a lap like that. But Ice Cold Andy, I'll say Jack will get P3, and I'll say Dilser will get P2. Or I could say an outsider. I'll say Tommy might get a podium. I'll go an outsider with that. Either Dilser or Tommy will be on the podium.
I have an idea of what my top 3 would be, but I'm struggling to pick who'd come second and who'd come third out of my 3 that I have in my head.
Do you know what I'll do here now? It's when a safety car comes out.
I'm thinking that Colin will be up on the podium.
If a safety car doesn't come out in this race, lads, he's probably get into an absolute thrilling race. My strategy was. If no safety cars come out, it'll be an unbelievable race. Because these drivers are so close in pace. If a safety car comes out.
Tommy wiped out the back. I think it'll come, like you said, massively down to strategies, but setups will have a big thing to play as well, because some of the lads might have gone with to be quick on the straights, but the corners are massive in this race. Massive.
But the likes of Colin B, he was nearly 10 kilometres an hour, so roughly about 7 miles an hour, 6 miles an hour quicker than lads down the main straight, so that will. And he'll have more battery if he says so well, if he can keep up with them. But
Slater's going to turn into Crofty now, so I'll leave you to it for the lights.
So here we go, 5 lights out, and we're going to be ready for the Season 9 Netherlands Grand Prix. It looks like the lads on the hards have struggled on the start, but looks like
Jack's
they've
got a lovely
got a better
start there.
start on him. Jack will go into the lead, will he? Goes in the outside of what's Ice Cold Andy. Jack is going to take the lead, but Ice Cold Andy on the round. Apex Jack backs out of it. Clever from Jack. He's going to keep around the outside, is he? He does indeed.
Yeah, that's a corner you don't want to be side
That's
by side from. That's
racing.
where I got wiped out. Oh, and Josh is off track, and so is Sully. Does Sully take any wing damage? No, not by the looks
So
of
this
it.
is important for the hard runners. If they can keep ahead of the medium runners, they'll be such a great advantage. It's going to be unbelievable. In section, and Collins after gone up to P4. So
Tommy's up 2 places there.
Tommy's
He's
up
just
to P6.
got a 2 and 1.
Yeah, so we might see a different Tommy in the race.
Oh, and something's happened to Jack. He's gone for a spin.
Jack does games 1, 2, 3. If anyone's wondering. Yeah, look.
Darren's just gone past SJ. Oh, there's a little bit of contact.
Section can't hold on the back of Jack now because
SJ's pushing really hard. Jack's games has gone again. SJ going round the outside, but he thinks better of it there. Good decision. Don't put anyone necessary. SJ behind Darren's on them. Has SJ will really want to get past him there.
That's what is that lad
Jack
doing?
does games gone again. What's happening
there? On the track. Looks lucky you retired on the track. Didn't bring a safety car out, as I could say, but you'll have a race ban anyway for.
Is he a reserve or?
Yeah, he's reserve, and he probably won't be a reserve again. So here we go. Here comes. The lads are just staying with these hard runners, but it's not looking good for them. So they need to get by them.
Looking to get past SJ here. He's got a lot of speed. Oh, a lot of speed. He's not going to dive up there on the snake corner though. He'll have him on the straight, I think.
So Section is just staying behind Jack, but I think he has to make a bit of a more of a move on. I think Jack's more even comfortable.
Ryan's got so much speed here on these straights. Massively.
Ryan's going to go for a move. I think he's just going to wait his game, because Ryan is in the championship hunt too. There's a lot of drivers in this.
The only problem with he's pushing that Alpha. The only problem with Ryan here is he's absolutely burnt his ERS. SJ still got 60%.
Andy's got out of that vital 3 seconds as a, so no, 1 second as I should say, apologies. Yeah, but he's used more ERS than Jack. This will help the medium runners to overtake, because if Jack was in the DRS he'll struggle a bit more.
Yeah.
Jack is slightly coming back a couple of hundredths now, and he's still burning it. So is Jack. So
Joko really low on ERS here as well, and P13. He's got that DRS though.
Section needs to get a
beyond
move on.
His teammate.
He'll have a chance here now. He's got down too much of a gear. Here we go. Colin B's got a bad corner. The lads on the hards are keeping the pace. Fair play to them. Here comes Section. Doesn't get it done.
Not too much battling going on at the minute.
Tommy's pushing Dales around. Tommy's the danger man here. If he gets a bit of clean air.
I do agree with you about him getting on the podium. If he can just keep himself clean and avoid any incidents.
Tommy said that
Oh, Sheen went off. He's managed to just keep it though.
Tommy's pumped a lot of ERS, but he was more than Dales are.
LOI Connier just up the back of Ryan.
This is going to help Section now get a lot closer. You have Shane gone off.
Gone. Shane's gone.
There we go.
Oh, Ryan got a little bit snappy on his rear end there.
Please don't be a safety car in this race. It'll ruin it. Here we go. I don't think them hards are going to be coming into life. Section I think
Otherwise, Con.
I can't see. Even Dav might have a chance of a podium now because he's hanging on with the medium runners. But Andy is in another league, but he's nearly in that D rating. Jack gets on the grass there. That will hamper him a bit. Just a train.
Kijoko and
struggling.
Cruiser here burning them ERS there. Kijoko's really low on ERS. The LOI workhorse is struggling a little bit.
Yeah. Oh, he's had to get in a bad exit. Colin B is on the back of him here. Look, he's had the... He's gone a bit wide there. Colin B might have a sniff on section.
Section just seems to be getting a little bit more traction there, but Collins took that corner better in my opinion.
It's 21%. These mediums, he might not even be. So, it'll be interesting what's going to happen now. Go down to McLock's. McLock's very close to us, Shane.
Oh, who's gone? Is that Shane again? Into the it's Shane in the last corner.
I think the reserve drivers need the stabilisers on tonight.
You throw digs there, Paddy.
I'm just more afraid of a safety car coming out and ruining a good race at the moment.
Yeah, it does. Everyone seems to be looking steady here, except for one or two lads. Cruiser's really wants to get past Kijoko here. Oh, he's mounted the curb there a little bit. Joker's got a good exit there. These hard runners being ahead of the medium runners is really going to go in their
huge.
favor.
It's huge, but the thing is, if they their hards are already in temperature, and they might be quicker than even tours that are on fresher on lap 1 or 2 or 3, because it takes a while to get up to temperature. They might even do an overcut and come out with mediums even ahead of these, the way the pace these are going.
If you look at last night, OP managed to go like 29-30 laps in those hards and managed to finish pretty high up, so I was pretty proud of my teammate in that way.
Oh jeez, Jack's gone a bit out of shape there. Andy seems like he has more pace, but look, I can see why he's used about 60% more ERS than Not Jack, so like, yeah, I think Not Jack is just, it's like that he has a lot of turbo in there. He's just saving his tires, but just easing them in.
Crews are sick of seeing the back of that Hast. Just can't seem to get close enough.
Yeah, I think that's what killed the back of the pack, is that they're not on that train now. Once you're in a DRS train and cars that are quicker than you don't realise how much they can pull you along. Look, I'll go on someone else. Looks like there's no move. Dav looks like he's the closest man who can make a move here. Yeah, he's extremely close. Alright, here we go.
Oh, SJ's gone. Is that a safety car? Oh, no, I don't think he'll be a safety. Oh, it's a safety car, yeah.
VSC.
VSC, yeah. Had to be something. There was no way it was going to come out with nothing there.
Josh is after playing a blinder, but he's gone in very slow there. He would have a lot more time.
Oh, Fangio went into the pit lane entry and then came back across onto the track.
I've seen that there. He's in two worlds there. It's going to really help. We'll stay on board with Josh. Will he get the full VSC? It looks like he will, even coming out of the pits now. Yeah, it's worked for him.
Oh, SJ onto the softs.
There we go. So that's after helping Josh. Josh is in.
SJ onto the softs. I don't agree with that. I think that's going to screw his race up. Although he's in P19, that's an odd one, that is.
Section got a bit closer to Jack than he usually normally does at the end of that straight. Come on, 12 there, coming. You need to go to the exit, but then mediums are not in the brightest nick now.
One thing I will say about Jack is that I wish I was able to do is how he manages his ERS.
Yeah, ERS is huge. It's so vital. Like, you go through here now. But you can understand what the lads in the pack they want to overtake. Like likes of Ryan Daff, who's going to go up the inside here. No. That's good. Ryan Daff just takes his time. He knows his chance will come. Then mediums are coming off. But like, they're not that far away from the leaders as well. But Andy is after getting it. Obviously gained a half a second on that restart. I think Jack didn't very well.
I mean, Ryan does look fairly comfortable on this track.
Yeah, Ryan Daff. Be interesting now if he saves up his ERS for a lap or two. It's just traction. You just need a good exit. That's really all that matters.
I think Ryan would be better off saving his ERS. Reason being is he'll gain 5 positions when those lads pit, and he can use that ERS to possibly push even further to come out ahead of some of them.
I wouldn't. Yeah, I'd be the same. If I was engineering this race, and if the likes of Jack breaks out with the DRS there, then I'll be telling them to push. But no one's going nowhere at the moment, so just build up your battery. And as we know, battery power in this game is unbelievable strong.
He is saving his ERS there, though.
No one's making the move. Oh,
Tommy snapped a little bit.
It's okay. He's not going to lose too much time because he's just in that train there. So like that VSC, what's Josh Nater 15 seconds? Might gain about a couple of spots on it once them hards get up the temperature. That would be interesting. Worth the risk. And this is where the hards will be quicker now. They'll be coming in. Now it's vital for Section to hang on now because they're going to be on the slower third compound all of a sudden.
He's burning his ERS there.
That's it. Jack knows himself, but yeah, he could have been a lot closer if he used his ERS in certain moments.
Andy's fairly low on ERS there. You'd want to start saving up. No need to be that low when you're that far ahead at the moment.
I think he was a lot lower. He was near like the low teens, so it's a hard track to save your ERS.
Dylan going to make a move here on Cruiser. Dylan round up in the inside. He's just ahead of him. Yeah, he's making that stick. Oh, free. Good racing from the boys there, keeping it clean. Yeah, well done from them boys.
Well done.
All just slotted in beside each other.
On the braking zones when you're that close to each other.
Sully making a move here on Cruiser. Oh, a little bit of contact. Not too much though.
Colin B is struggling now. Section is literally pushing. Jack seems like he had a problem
Sully's
there.
Sticking with the gear 5 into that corner. Cruiser's flashing with his ERS. Sully's gone. He's lost it.
He's not near a wall down there. That's gravel out that far wide, so. Yeah, so.
I'm just hoping nobody gets put into a wall like I was last night.
Colin Base.
Oh, Tommy spun.
Oh my god. Boy Colin's doing very good.
Kajoko up into the points now. Fanjo DNF. Fanjo lost it into the last corner. That's a safety car. Oh.
2 seasons in a row Fanjo's lost the car around here. Turn 3 and turn 13. So there's a fact for it now.
Big decisions here from the lads of running the hards at the minute.
LOI as a run corn. Yeah, that's on. It's harsh now on these lads in the hards now because they're like they didn't deserve this as well. Like I'm not blaming Fanjo as well because he made a mistake. Errors happen. But the likes of these lads have drove out their skin, so I feel a bit heartbroken for them. But
it's a tough one for me because last night I went onto the mediums about. I think there was a safety car between 12 and 15 and. I went onto the mediums, I crashed out, but OP stayed on the hards and he went about 29 laps on the hards just about managed to finish it. So if they do go for it, it's going to be extremely close. I think 30 laps on the hards is probably punchy
Everyone's going to
territory.
pit, so you might as well pit on the mediums. That's the only way you can do it, because if you stay out on the hards, you're going to lose time. So you might as well box, and you're going to come out ahead of them, and you're going to be on a quicker tyre compound, and try to get a two-stopper going. Colin B is after doing an absolute melodian there, and you'll never forget that one as well. Grant saved into the bank with that one.
And Andy and Jack are just probably hoping for another safety car here to save them, go onto the softs towards the end, like a really late safety car. And we don't want another safety car, but I think they'll be hoping for one.
It's interesting now how that's turned out now.
Dylan, Kajoko and Ryan, the only ones that haven't pitted.
It's after helping the likes of Tommy now. No, so he's back in and out. But the interesting one is how quick and... I still think Ice Cold Andy is in a very good position here now, lads. I still think he can win this race at the likes of Not Jack. It depends how much these lads can overtake.
Be interested to see their pace.
If these lads are going to win a championship, they're going to look back at this race and go, here, look, it went against me, but things can go against me, but I can still do it. So we're going to see what Mr. Ice Cold Andy and LOI Not Jack is made of. Because if they get ahead of them hard runners and they hold up them fresh hards, they take a while to get in the temperature. What do you think, Azza?
I mean, the only problem the hard runners are going to have here is those rear tyres will take ages to heat up, whether you have the fronts on warmed up in perfect temperature. I agree with you about Andy winning this race, and I think they'll easily glide past these boys, and if they can hold them up, as you said, it's just going to go in their favour either way, I believe.
I think it's going to be interesting. I know Ryan Dav will pull back harder for you anyway, but I know we're racing with him.
That 5-second penalty is going to hurt Colin a lot if he doesn't manage to get up high. He wasn't even. He was having a decent race until up to that point.
Look, he has only himself to blame. No one in this tier should be going into the pit lane while a safety car and getting a 5-second time penalty. So,
me, honestly, I'm going to make a bold statement here, but I think with this safety car restart, Jack could get past Andy.
The thing is, the problem is with these, the only disadvantage I can see with these, they're not straight, they're not quick in a straight line.
Yeah.
That's only more.
I'm interested to see what the top three lads will do, how they'll play this out. I bet they're probably hoping for another safety car as well, but
that's it. But they'll have to overtake. But like, that's the shots they call. It's in this lap, so it's gonna even worth the even mediums if they're gonna go for a not stop again, but they're gonna stop again. They're gonna have to make sure they make up time now. I'll go on board the Ice Cold Andy because he's on fresh mediums and seems like he was the quickest car out of them all. So
is Jack gonna go up alongside Andy here?
Yeah, I forgot about the rain actually. It's about 10 to 15 minutes.
Oh, Jack's got a much better start than Andy there. He's up alongside him into turn one. Gonna go round the outside.
Outside, Andy's boxed in. Jack's gonna hold it. Yeah, Jack gets ahead.
Dylan,
Dylan, his teammate, Ice Cold Andy's going to take a nice wide exit. He'll have an unbelievable run up here. Can Dylan is going to hold Andy in. Let's see what Andy's going to do. He's going to send up the inside, fresh mediums, burn the battery, traction got him. That's fresh mediums can do for you.
I thought Dylan done well to hold up Andy there, but I thought if he had to let Jack pass, that would have been well played by the Ferrari boys. Seemed to push him wide.
Jack's gotten there, but looks like Section is going to go around the outside of Dylan. Dylan doesn't need to push him that wide.
Kajoko as well.
Yeah, look, the fresh mediums, the Delta must be about 4 seconds quicker. Yeah, the tire difference, I can say.
Jack needs to get past Kijoko here as quick as possible if he has any chance of staying up behind Andy.
This is going to be interesting if the rain, when it comes.
Ryan. Oh, a little bit of contact. I felt like Ryan was pushing him there.
Yeah, it's smart when he left them round, but it's smart, but that's... The mediums, they need to get away. That's the thing, they have to fly away. And play, especially with rain. I keep forgetting rain's coming. It's
I
just
forgot
when
about
will it
that
come.
as well. Oh, someone retired. Oh, Tommy, 5-second penalty speed in the pit lane.
Gave up, so like that could be a huge dent in his championship hopes.
Sully speed in the pit lane as well. Sully's
So the 2
retired as
McLarens
well.
are gone, so we have 16 runners. So that's 2 extra cars for them medium runners if they're going to box again. So here we go. Jack's very close to Ryan Daff. Ryan Daff's born it. He's not going to let him bite. He's going to put up a fight. So here we go. This is a great view on the cars. Can't beat an helicopter view shot. Yeah, look at the traction there. Look. See. Coming on him now. Ryan Daff's making it a lot easier than he does. Than Mr. Ice Cold Andy, I can say. Made that a lot easier for Jack. So that's now they're off now.
Andy's quite low on the ERS. If Jack pushes here, he could get up behind him.
Yes, Jack needs to live burned about 30%. Even if they have to work together now, that's the thing. They don't want to be fighting with each other. But the rain can't come with it. Because they have to get up a gap. They have to get a gap. He just has to hang on with him. I have to think of the long-term picture. Because Jack wants more. Jack's not probably like he's thinking on a championship. Same with Ice Cold Andy. Here comes Section going up inside of Dylan now. Will he make a stick? Smart play. Smart. Well done. Get very close as you can. Colin is struggling on them hards. Dylan's gonna be blinking at the end of this straight now. Yeah. Blinking like a Christmas tree, he will. Who do you think's the favourite now? Whose shoes would you like to be in? Sections or Ice Cold Andy?
Oof, I'm stuck between. I'd say I'm gonna go with Section here.
About 9 laps, then mediums will go off. They'll have a solid 5 more laps because they did it under the safety car as well. So, and plus the car will be a bit lighter than it was at the start. So you might get 6 good solid laps now from.
I do fancy Section here though.
Perhaps doing very well, but it's getting cloudy now. And plus these are running high downforce. It's going to even suit them even more when it rains because there won't be no DRS. So here comes Section. Section had a chance there. Dylan's very smart at the defending there. That was very clever. Parking the car right where you want it.
Don't try go up it here. Well, just stick behind him. Yeah, good decision. Got much better exit there. Oh!
Colin D would have saw that. He's not pushing. He knows he wouldn't have made an overtake there. Looks. About 1 second a lap. Ice Cold Andy's gaining. Jack's slightly about 8 tenths on the lads, so.
Oh, Con's lost it.
There's Con.
Yeah,
He's gone.
Connell's gone.
That's his hopes. Brings Dilzer right back into this now. Dilzer gets a move on McLox here. This is Dilzer's chance. This is Dilzer's chance. Get
He
close.
did
He's
say
very
from the
good. Look at that. He loves that second last corner. And straight on the main straight. Look at that. Thanks for the chase. Look at that.
will he go up the inside here?
Easy.
Yeah, he's got the speed all day long.
Yeah. He'd be like waving thank you with the LOI con there.
We did say at the start that Dilzer's could be up here in it.
It's gotten very dark now. But
So who would you be favourite on the?
I have to say, always called Andy and Jack. They're running more high downforce, but it's when will it come? Then mediums, like they have 3 more laps, and when a bit of rain comes, the delta on the fresher tyre even expands more. But it's only a short lap, that's the thing. So what's helping them?
Kajoko, Dylan, and Ryan here will have. They're probably going to try hold on until those intermediates. Really, sections past Dylan.
Colin is too.
Collins.
Dilzer, it's important for Dilzer to get a bit of DRS here now. Push him up that straight, even with 16% there. It'll actually help him a lot because McLox is on the back of him. A healthy 43%. I wouldn't say too healthy. Yeah, he gets DRS there. That will help Dilzer. I know Dilzer hasn't won a race, but he's still in the championship hunt.
Colin's getting right up behind section on that.
That 5 seconds will hurt Colin because he'll have to box. But the only thing will help Colin when he boxes at the right time. Right. 7.5 seconds, alright. Gonna keep on this for a bit. We'll go to the back, get to show a bit of lads there at the back. And Shane there now.
Kajoko's in DRS range of Ryan. Ryan's got 50% DRS left though. Kajoko has 3%.
Oh, every time when I go on to someone spins.
Is that SJ?
Yeah, SJ was on board with him.
The Paddy curse.
Colin B didn't get the DRS, he just did. Well, he'll see section derating and he's going to gain a lot of time. We'll see on the main straight here. 290, 89, 310. So big difference there. Not the longest straight in the world.
One thing about Colin is he's very patient.
Yeah, he's just a bit too nice. That's the problem with him. You don't want to be too nice when you're racing.
He's the only one with a penalty as well. That's what will hurt even more.
The gap, he's not extending a second that he used to, but he's gaining about 3/10 a lap. Ice Cold Andy. So that is slightly coming in. Ice Cold Andy be waiting for this rain to come.
Kajoko and Ryan ain't doing too bad on their hard tyres.
Ice Cold Andy, if he doesn't, his tyres will be ice cold. They'll actually be roaring. He's 24%. Jack's keeping up with him now. Jack born a bit of ERS here now. He'll be inside that.
It all depends on when the rain comes out, because if it comes out 2 or 3 laps before the end, Jack and Andy might try to just run it, the rest of it on the mediums.
Yeah, I remember racing with LOI, not Jack, and his strengths is tyre management. He had a much better tyre management than myself. That's what is his strengths. So he can crawl back in, Mr. Ice Cold Andy. I don't know how good it is, but Dilzer, that's a big move for Dilzer now, getting by Dylan now. So let's see, can Dilzer hang on to Colin B? Colin B taps the ERS there. Section seems like he's quite quicker than Colin B. Colin B is just happy to hang on there.
Colin,
yeah, it's 2/10 now a lap roughly. So this lap, so that the deltas, the mediums is slightly quicker. But that's just probably talent as well by Andy as well, because he's the quickest man.
McGuck's gaining air on Dylan. He'll probably coming up behind
This
them.
goes out another 5 laps or something. These medium tours will hit a cliff. This rain doesn't come, and when it comes, though, they will affect them because they will be worn. So section, just hang on there.
McGuck's make a move on Dylan here. Dylan's flashing. ERS and DRS. Will he go up the inside? Dylan's pacing the car well there.
Blocks.
McGuck's just has the speed. Dylan's
Gonna
not letting it
around
go.
Tarzan. Oh, look at the traction. There you go.
Yeah,
That's the
McGuck's
difference
got
between
him.
11 old lap hards and 23 lap old hards.
To be fair to Dylan though, he didn't do too bad there.
Dylan is just hoping for the rain to come quick as he can. Do you know
I
what?
loved the rain last season. I don't know how I feel about this season. I ain't raced in it yet.
I love to see section in clean air. Joko is absolutely. He's just out of that 1 second. This is going to help section. Section won't have to burn it down the straight. I wouldn't burn it. I'll just hang on there, be clever.
You'll have him on the straight.
Brake early and make sure I get a good exit. Upshift quick as you can.
Oh, who's gone? Ushin. Is that Ushin gone? No, Shane. Shane's gone again.
Look, thank God, it's green flag. Now, here we go. This is section. DRS, stay in the slipstream as long as you can. The overspeed. Look at that, that struggles. Look at the DRS, just tiny bit.
Yeah,
it's not as powerful as it used to be. Right, now section. It's on the move now. 8.9. Then mediums are still, but for this section, I wouldn't even try burning. Just trying to get that ERS up. He's got Andy's pushing like mad. He is pushing.
I mean, Darren here is right up at the back of Dylan as well. Dylan's slowing him down a lot.
Cons on the back of Josh Nater here now. 13%, Josh is 41. I don't know why he's going there. He wasn't even going to make an overtake there, so it makes no sense whatsoever.
Oh, Dylan snapped there. That's Darren's chance to get up close here, to get past him on that straight. Should easily have him. Darren nearly on 100% ERS. Might as well be.
There we go.
Yeah, Darren's got him all day long.
Turns it off. Get back on the racing line. Thank you.
Collins now stuck behind the workhorse, as he's known as.
Joko, he's hanging on for his treads to section. Look, he's even burned the ERS on 3%. These are vital laps. This rain isn't coming, and these. Fair play to the lads on the mediums. They're making a stick. It's just when will they hit the drop off. Bit of cloud will help the temperatures down a bit lower as well. Cooler track. Car be getting lighter. If they could make it out, what are they gonna do? They're driving at a rapid pace. Colin gets ahead of Kajoko. Kajoko has a puncher. He has a puncher.
Kajoko's got a puncture.
Yeah, 25 lap old cards. That's that. Into the pits.
I'm surprised about that, you know, because OP went 28-29 laps on the hards last night.
It's just setups and driving style. It can.
To be fair, Kajoko was pushing really hard there to stay up.
Yeah, Roindaf hasn't even lost time against the medium runners, and his are on lap 26, and he must be near a puncher too. So here we go. Don't cause a safety car. I just don't like safety cars.
Yeah, they kind of ruin the momentum of the race, don't they?
Yeah, they do. Look, well, I like to see what's going to happen in now here. So here we go. Here's the rain.
Undercut. The undercut will be a massive thing here.
Here we go. Them mediums won't be in the best nick as well. And if this just drizzles, if it just spits for about 4 or 5 laps, you're gonna see. Oh, Darth's gonna have to pit.
Ryan's gone in.
5 seconds.
Oh. Oh. At least Colin's not the only one now, eh?
He's gone on the Inter. So there's your delta reference point now, lads. Now, Colin B has to get a move on. He has to get a move on because he's in a great position here, even to get a P5. But like Darren O'Brien on the back. That's the thing. Will it spit for a while or will it just book it down? I remember a time in season 1 in Singapore, it literally broke it down. It only took a lap to come down. And then I remember like a few laps in Russia in season 6 in tier 1. It was spitting for the whole thing. Nearly, it was the crossover, so you just don't know.
It's an interesting one.
It's an interesting one.
It's also an unpredictable one. This could work for some of the lads in the middle of the pack. Some might be stronger in the rain than others. Like
them mediums are not going to be in the best of nick as well. O'Shea's after retiring. That's it. That's it.
Yeah. Safety car.
There you go, Andy. Oh, them medium lads are blessed. What can you do now? If it's just spitting now for the rest of the race, and we could be in for a thrilling one.
Section drive-through penalty. Lads, what is happening?
Colin B has to be very good on this delta as well if he wants to gain time. McLaughlin has to keep an eye out on that.
I was going to say Ryan's in a good position, but he's 10 seconds behind the fella ahead of him, so it was...
Here we go. Jack's just being careful.
So Sheen's already into the Discord chat.
Softs or inters, what do you do?
I mean, by the looks of it, it's drivable on softs, but that could change in 2 laps' time.
This is a huge call. This is huge because it doesn't look near intermediates at the moment.
They could even do this on the mediums, but I think Andy will pit. Yeah, he will. Jack might pit as well.
What will Andy do? That's the thing. The lads are very close to each other. What will they do? They're very lucky. 17-0 lap mediums. Jack goes to softs. Andy goes to inters. Here we go now, lads.
This is interesting. See, me, I would have went with soft, personally.
What does Colin B go with? Section goes inters. Colin B goes inters.
You're seeing that well before I am. Your eyesight must be...
Just looking at it. Oh, McLaughlin goes inters, sorry. What's Josh going?
Dills are up into 4th there, just behind his teammate.
Yeah, I think Jack's after making... I don't know. It's close now. It's getting closer.
Although the track does look like it's getting quite...
greasy.
Wet, yeah.
The longer the safety car stays out.
Me personally, I would have went with softs, but at the same time, I'm thinking that probably would have been the wrong choice for me.
So Mr.
Has DRS been disabled?
Yeah, because when a safety car comes out, it takes 2 laps as well after the safety car, so we won't know until about lap 35, or even the last lap, if it goes on.
I usually use that as my reference point of when to switch over to...
The lads won't know, because it won't be 2 laps after.
Yeah. I think Jack is probably thinking he made the wrong decision.
That's it. Sully, if you're not first, you're last. He's waiting for now. This brings Ice Cold Andy back into the championship if Jack has a bad result here.
I mean, Jack's probably just thinking, I'm in the championship, I'm going to go for it all, because if I don't go for it all...
He could extend his lead by a lot. And also he keep, as I said earlier, this back at this race. What does the viewers think it is? Is it soft or inters, lads? What tires would you like? Jeez, but that camera angle there and that looks. What does Shane go on the back? Does he know something different? The lad surely at the back would have went on to softs, that's the thing. If it goes in this lap though.
The track does look like it's getting quite sticky and slippy. I think slippy was the word I was looking for.
Yeah, I think sticky would have been suiting Jack.
Yeah, I meant to say slippy.
Sorry, but it looks like it's going to stay out another lap. I don't know if that's going to help. I think it probably will go against Jack more like it.
Well, by the looks of it here, I think it will go against Jack, and it would have went against me because I would have done the same as Jack.
I'll tell you now what the temperature is. Just looking at the dash.
Safety car in this lap. See, because right now
Jack,
it does look
Jack's
like...
looking well, lads. Looking at that dash, Jack's temperatures are better. I'm literally spotting on the dash.
Oh, I don't know how you're seeing that.
I'm seeing on the dash here, his temperatures. He looks well. His temperatures are higher, but...
Are you allowed to go up alongside a car before the start?
Colin B's after having a great overtake. He's after overtaking about 3 cars there. Yeah, Jack's tyres are gone. He had them up at the temperature quicker. Oh my god.
Oh, a lot of contact.
Jack is suffering big time. This is hurting him. Oh no, be careful, lads. It's huge for Dilser too. Don't send it up there.
So far, I think my podium lads are looking right.
Dilser goes around the outside of McLox. He's going to go up the inside. That's a huge one. McLox keeps around the outside. Jack goes out wide. There's carnage back there. You can expect that on softs in the middle of the track. Poor Jack is gone. Hard goes out to him. Andy and Colin B are after flying in out to the distance. So McLox might get his first tier 1 podium as well. Anything still to play for.
Well, I'm happy. My Colin prediction's up there and my Andy prediction's up there. I'm happy with my... I think Andy deserves this win, no doubt.
Section retires in the pits. Anything, a point could be here for Jack, you just don't know. Cars could retire.
Andy just looks so confident. He's nothing's bothered him all race. He's just looked so calm and collected.
Jack goes on to wets.
I'm gutted for Jack though.
Yeah, Dilser. McLox seems like he's in a different league.
Do you think Con could get past Dilser?
He could. I don't think so though. Dilser will have to make a mistake. The driver has to make a mistake.
I think Dylan's more likely to get past Con than Con is Dilser.
I don't think that's helping Con. He likes using that ERS a bit much. Andy is flying. The last thing Andy wants is losing the car and hitting the wall. That's what Andy wants.
Well, let's just hope that doesn't happen because the way he's drove all races.
Here comes Dylan on Con.
Shane's lost it again. It won't be a safety car though, he's stayed on track.
Dylan's on the back of Con. Con is fighting. You just never know. There's still 3 laps of racing. 4 races.
Oh,
Khan's struggling.
Kajoko looked a little bit shaky there.
McLox is closing in on Colin. Colin's getting a bit nervy here. There we go. Here comes Dylan. We have a chance on Khan. Is he going to send up the inside? Shane Ratour's in the pits.
Fair play to the lads that do finish this race.
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough decisions. Jack made a risk. Sometimes it could look like a hero.
I'll be honest, I missed what happened to Section.
I don't know, something happened on the restart. I was looking at Jack. And that happened, but Dylan's on the back of Con here.
Dylan's just really wanting to get past Con here. It's difficult though, because Con's placing his car well.
Here we go. Dylan knows he has a chance at P5 here.
Well, SJ's past Kajoko.
SJ is up to P7. Good result for SJ as well. He's still hunting now, and he still thinks there's more points on the table. McLox is slowly closing in to Colin B. Colin B isn't very quick. I know Colin B was very quick in a straight line. Look at Dylan. He is pushing Colin around the track. Colin has wing damage. That's the thing.
Does he?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he does. He's missing his left wing.
Colin's not going to fight it. P6 is an unbelievable result for Colin as well.
Kajoko does not look comfortable in the rain at all. Darren could possibly even get up past Kajoko here.
SJ could have a look at Con. Con is a sitting duck. I told you McLox is closing in. McLox is solid time in the wets now. He's closing in as Andy pulls away, so like it's just only spitting now. It's the intensity doesn't seem as high as it was, but when they're going at over 200 kbh, it seems like
did we have ghosting on last season?
Yeah, we've always had ghosting on. SJ gets a bit on the grass there. Colin B is struggling.
He has it here though.
Yeah, he should get a P2. But look, here comes SJ on Con. Con is born in the ERS. He is fighting for his life.
This is his last chance.
So we're going to go to Mr. Ice Cold Andy. His 4th race in LOI. And SJ. He wins. Gets a 2nd win in LOI. Here comes LOI Colin B. Back to back
SJ
P2s.
got a much better exit there.
So here we go.
Oh, SJ nearly lost.
Gets first podium in Tier 1. Here comes Con in P6. SJ P7. Kajoko P8. Darren O'Brien P9. Josh Nater and gonna get the last points position. There you go. So that rounds off the top 10.
Not Jack just doing a little spin.
The two boys down there downwards. Look, is what it is. So Mr. Ice Cold Andy, Ice Cold. So he gets 2 wins now on his first season in Tier 1.
As some might say, he has ice in his veins.
I had unbelievable pace.
He deserved that win. I don't think anybody else deserved. I mean, Not Jack drove really well. That soft decision, although he in my eyes, he made the right decision. He thought it's all or nothing. We all have to make them tough decisions every now and again.
Yeah, look, I think that 5 seconds would have helped Colin B when you think about it. But it was a thrilling race. How did you find that race, Azza?
Oh well, for loads of parts where I was on the edge of my seat. I think the people that finished done really well. I think it was a really good race. Yeah, I don't think there's anything to complain about really. I mean, when the rain came out, I think that's when it started to get really, really, really interesting.
It's just one of those, it's like
My guts from 15th up into 3rd place. That's brilliant, Jordan. That shows you if you can stay out of trouble and stay clean, you can finish anywhere.
That's it. Just stay clean. That just goes to show you. But like racing was good. There wasn't 30. It was only lads making unforced errors.
Yeah.
So well done. So Mr. Eichel, Andy. I don't think that's ever been. I don't. Yeah, he's done 2 race wins. He's done. Did he do a Grand Slam there? Did he? No, he didn't. He wasn't leading every lap. Yeah, so Mr. Eichel, Andy P1, LOI Colin B P2, McLox P3, LOI Dilser P4, Dylan P5, Con P6, SJ P7, Kajoko P8, Darren P9, Josh P10, Cruiser P11, LOI Notjack P12, Ryan Daft P13, Shane P14, Section 116 P15, Ocean P16, LOI Wami P17, Sully TM P18, LOI Fanjo P19, and Jack Dos Games P20. Yeah, so that's that. Colin B. I've never seen a man join a party as quick as my life after a race.
Not often Not often I do it back to back. I say that much. My God.
The back-to-back P2s even makes it a bit more sweeter.
And we added to this or not?
I'm going to sound so biased, but I'm so happy Colin finished on the podium, honestly. Do
you predict me or something?
Yeah, I predicted it. I predicted you for the podium, yeah.
Nice one.
So if we got the...
Yeah, Andy wasn't joining the party. There he is.
So do we have everybody in? Is that everybody in, is it?
I'm here anyway.
So we have everybody, just checking the lap times there. Yeah, so do you want to end? I'll end for a few McLocks anyway. So P3 McLocks, your first ever Tier 1 podium, isn't it? Correct?
It is indeed. Hey.
How does that feel, first of all?
Amazing. Hey. It feels absolutely fantastic. I thought that it was something that I would never got. I thought that I shouldn't even been in Tier 1. And they start with because I didn't really get a full season last year and the end of the game and missed a couple of races, but buzzing, hey, absolutely buzzing, sweating like.
Yeah, it's fair play anyway. And at the start of the race, what was your expectations of finishing? What would you have took a good result in the field today?
Right off the bat, I was absolutely disgusted with me qualifying. When I was practicing, I was getting like a 1:10.5, 1:10.6 or something, and I just couldn't hook it up, and then spun on my last lap and all the traffic and all was a disaster too, like on that track. So I ended up starting P15, like, but I just kept constantly checking the weather update, and just kept doing my normal stunt, sticking in the DRS, and just hoping, and just, I don't know, just keeping the eyes on the road, just, and not spinning, do anything wrong.
That's it. And expectations for next week?
Hopefully I'm off work. Like, if I'm off work, I'm looking forward to it, because I want to race every race, like, and but no, that was a crazy race there. I seen Jack on the softs, and for some reason too, I got an illegal overtake on him. Don't understand why. When I overtook him in turn 3, I got an illegal overtake, and I had to give back, and I ended up losing 2 positions on the wet. On the under. So, but no, I'm absolutely buzzing with a P3. Like.
Yeah, you would have took it at the start, no matter what. But look,
100%.
As you said, you were disappointed at the qualifying, but look at all that matters in the race at the end of the day. So that's
P15, P3, so I can sleep well tonight.
Yeah, you sleep well tonight. Like, and it's. I say it feels like a race win in a way for you as well.
Oh, it does say because I'm not expecting much in this tier. I just want to just try and every race I'm in, it's just to try and get points. I got off to a really bad start, just got really unlucky with spins and damage here and there, and that was the first race too where it didn't have the audio glitch at all, and that makes a big difference.
That's it. Like as you said, like I was expecting too for yourself. Like if you were getting P9 and 10s, that would feel like even race wins as well with the standard.
Exactly,
but look, it just shows you how far you've came, McLaughlin. Look, congratulations on your first podium at Tier 1, mate. And at least that's out. That's ticked off now. It's the win. The next one then.
Hopefully,
So well done,
Cheers.
well done. So as a joint interview, Colin B.
Yeah, that's no bother. So, Colin, P2, 2 races in a row. I'm getting to talk to you 2 weeks in a row now.
I know it's a bit different to last week, to be fair. I mean, last week I actually had a chance of a win, and today I needed Andy's wrist to be broken in order to win that race. So, I had no hope in hell's chance of winning that race. I knew that from the very start, actually, to be honest with you, before he even put a wheel on the track. So, P2, absolutely thrilled with it.
Well, when you got that 5-second penalty, me and Paddy agreed that it would hurt you, but you managed to come out of it. How did you feel when you got the penalty?
I was gutted, but you know what? I overtook Dylan, and to be fair, the gaps are starting to open up, which wasn't so bad. And then Jack on the restart on the soft tyre really caused a problem, and actually I was lucky I was far enough back, because then I was able to get a run. I was able to get a proper run at all the lads, and overtook I think 3 of them. 3 of you, I think Maglock was 1. I overtook 3 of them then in one just after the finish line.
I didn't have a clue what happened on that safety car restart. I felt like, I don't know, Andy or something. Sorry for butting in, but I felt like there was a kind of stop-go restart, so I went and then I had to stop, and Colin just flew right past me, like.
Yeah, I dropped back off the restart, so that was handy from my point of view.
Well, how confident are you feeling now, Connell, after the past 2 races?
To be honest, I don't put any pressure on myself when I'm racing. I'm just like obviously I work all the time and have a full-time job now, so I'm just like, that's priority, and F1's kind of a hobby now. You know, that's kind of the way I treat. That's kind of the way I treat it, and it's working out for me, isn't it? It really is. So.
Well, how are you feeling about Silverstone next week?
Let's hope Daniel Wem's not racing. Let's say that much. He's a monster around there, but no. I don't know. I really don't know. I haven't done much in the game of it, so just have to wait and see.
Well done on your P2, and thank you for getting on the podium, for making me look like a genius with my predictions. But once again, good to see you on the podium, Connell.
Thanks, that's it.
So, Slayer, are you going to do Andy, or?
Yeah, I'll do Andy. Andy.
Hello.
How's things? Pleasure to meet you anyway.
No, it's good to meet you guys too. Yeah. Don't say really.
So obviously in qualifying, were you expecting that lap, or were you knocking them out of the park?
To be honest, like I saw that it was 2 tenths up, sort of around the middle of the lap, and I thought, right, this is pretty good. And then I sort of thought about it for a little minute, and it may have cost me. You know, I think I could have maybe got another 10th out of it, but overall I was pretty happy with it. I thought Jack might be able to beat it, but I saw that he didn't improve. So yeah.
Yeah,
but
I know.
As for the race itself, yeah, like I mean, I didn't know what everyone was going to do tire wise. I thought everyone would go for the mediums. I'd always was going to go hards, to start off the race with. I didn't know what everyone else was going to do. But luckily, I got a good enough start, and I was able to dictate the pace from there.
That's good. Like, it seems like it was a bit interesting at the start between you and Jack, because you burned a lot of your battery power, and I thought Jack was going to just burn his too. But Jack, I don't know, you didn't obviously know because you were racing at the time, but he was on roughly 90% at the start when you got out of the DRS. Then he started only burning on lap 3.
That was the idea, to just make sure that I was out of the DRS by lap 3. Obviously, I knew I would probably have to use up some battery about that, and then once I got out at 1 second, then it would be easier to manage. So that was just the objective at the start, just to get out of it, because I knew it would trouble me if I didn't.
and that's true. That's true. And going on to the intermediates and the pit stops, did you find there was the right? Obviously, it was end up the right car, but did you seem a bit iffy when Jack went on the sauce?
Yeah, whenever I went on the softs, like, I thought, have I actually done something stupid here? Because I saw him pitting and I thought, oh, I've blown this, haven't I? And then I saw a lot of the other guys behind him had gone for inters as well. So, and then, yeah, obviously the safety car sort of worked to my advantage because the track got wetter over time, and then, yeah, obviously by the time the restart came along, then. It was too wet for him, so obviously he dropped back, and then obviously because he was second, and then he had a rough few first corners with obviously struggling for grip. Then it allowed me just to get away from everyone, which was really happy about. But yeah, like I do really like this track. It's a proper old school circuit, and then you really have to get into a flow here.
Yeah, as I was saying to the lads, like I noticed when they're doing quali here, you have to get into a rhythm. Once you get into a flow, like the lapse time will come in quali. Once you get into a flow, it's a great track to drive, but it's not like spectacle wise, not the greatest. But that was a great race that was there anyway, indeed. But another question, championship, right? So tier one championship, you're literally back in the mix now. How are you feeling about that?
Yeah, to be honest, I'm not even really thinking about it. To be honest, just take each race as it goes. Obviously, if I'm in that position, come the end, 2, 3 races from the end, then happy days. But not even thinking about it. I get it's a really PR answer, but sure.
Yeah, I think it is. It is well controlled. It is, Andy. Well controlled. But next week in Britain, how are you feeling around there?
Don't really know, to be honest. It's not really been my favorite circuit for a long time. I preferred it sort of in the mid 2000s, and then they changed it. And haven't really liked it since. But we'll see.
That's it. And you doing league racing long or?
So I would have been doing it since about the F1 2012 days, I would say.
League racing yourself?
Yeah. So yeah, but, I mean, I've been at it for a little while, I guess.
10 years, yeah. You can't beat the LV8s. Remember them?
Yeah, yeah. Oh no, those cars were great fun to drive. But then back in those days, yeah, you had you had to stop every 5 minutes. So yeah.
Yeah, it was challenging, but it's mad how everything has came since.
Oh no, different world like.
Yeah, that's it. But well done on your second win in Tier 1 as well. That's a great achievement as well, mate. So pat yourself on the back with that, mate. And I wish you the best for next week.
Cheers, thank you.
So as we leave it there anyway. So that was an interesting race as well. It was strategically what I was planning out. But how did you find yourself as a grand?
I was enjoying it. I wasn't bored one bit. I couldn't take my eyes off it either. There was so much going on. I think the lads done really well, especially the top three lads. Jack unlucky with the sauce, but yeah, good race overall in my opinion.
Yeah, that's it. And thanks for being in the box as well with me, Azza. Hopefully next week we'll get another thrilling race. So
yeah, hopefully.
We finished there. Look, there was no stream bugs, there was no 5-second pit entries in here on the commentary, so it went all smooth now. And wish everyone an enjoyable rest of the night. And good night and God bless.